U.S. currency will no longer be the reserve currency of the world. Put a law in place back in 2008. They snuck it in, a big, 10,000 page bill where the banks could seize the depositors' and creditors' deposits. So people are asking me what's going on with the US dollar. I'm sure most of you are aware by now. If you're not, go ahead and let you in on it. The dollar's going away. The US currency will no longer be the reserve currency of the world. We will put in what's called a CBDC, which is a programmable digital currency. They've been working on that for several years. Another name for it is Biden bucks, some people are calling it. So cash is going away. And if you've not been made aware up till now, if you've not seen any news reports, because the media is mainly blacking this out, so you don't really know what's going on. But all the leaders around the world are telling everyone to dump the dollar, and their citizens are following suit. So what that's going to do is just destroy the value of our currency. It will go to basically zero, just like Venezuela. If you want to see what's going to happen here, look at what happened to Venezuela when its dollar collapsed or its currency collapsed. That's exactly what's coming here. So everyone needs to be aware of this. They also, in another component, put a law in place back in 2008. They snuck it in, a big, 10,000 page bill where the banks could seize the depositors' and creditors' deposits, and there's no guarantee or even law that says they have to give it back. So this is already happening in other countries around the world. Banks are being burnt to the ground, and the media has a complete blackout on it. So that's how you know it's something they don't want you knowing about. They want you to be unaware of what's coming. So here's what I'll give you a timeline, okay? In July, they will roll out what's called the FedNow system. Now that is basically a payment processing system similar to PayPal or something like that. So from now on, right after that, they'll implement the digital currency. They'll crash the dollar, and then they'll let chaos reign for a few months. I don't know, a few weeks, few months, who knows? I can't tell you exactly how long it'll take, but they need rioting to go on. They need stores to be empty, which that'll only take 3 days after the dollar collapses. You're going to need to have 3 months of food, water, necessary supplies, because stores will empty out very quickly. Think back to when the COVID scam was going on and how fast people rushed and emptied out stores. Okay, well, now just imagine money getting cut off. You have no access. The banks are closed. They will not reopen during this. There's no ATMs that will work. You're just out of cash. There'll be looting. There'll be rioting. It's going to be crazy for a little bit, and they need that. They need that chaos going on so they can force you into the digital dollar system, okay? The programmable digital currency. Now, that's horrible for a lot of reasons. One, they can tell you where you can spend your money, when you can spend it, how much you can spend. They can penalize and take money straight out of your bank account if they don't like what you're saying or doing on social media, or if they tell you to do something like take more shots and you refuse. So if they want to give you more shots and you refuse, they can just shut off your money. Just turn it off like a light switch. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you guys have no clue. Well, a lot of people, let me say that. A lot of people have no clue what this means and how much control they're going to have over everything you do or say. It's going to be bad. However, it's probably gone too far to stop at this point. I've been telling people this for a couple of years now. Other people have been trying to tell people and wake people up. It's not worked. Everybody's asleep. Everybody's focused on what the mainstream media is talking about on any given day, all these crises they keep creating to distract your attention on what's going on here. So it is what it is at this point. Once the FedNow system goes in place in July, it's going to go full online in July, okay? Once that happens, at some point between now and the end of the year, they are going to crash everything. It'll be the worst crash in human history. However, it's going to take phases for them to completely crash it. Okay, so the first thing they got to do is put the FedNow system in place. Then they have to put the digital currency in place. That'll happen after, I don't know, a month, 2 months of chaos going on, rioting, all that kind of stuff. When people are just literally at their wits' end, then the government will come out and say, okay, we figured out a way to let things go back to normal. We're going to implement this digital currency system. It's much more stable than the fiat currency. And if you want to get some of your money back that was seized by the banks, the evil banks, and they're all in on it together, you guys got to start waking up to the fact that all of this stuff, governments, banks, everything is owned on the planet by 13 families. They hide behind the scenes. They use shell corporations, things of that nature, asset protection, to where it's very difficult to track who's behind it all. But the governments, those are just puppets. They don't have any power. All these wars and everything, they control it all on both sides. Okay, they fund both sides. They're profiting off this misery and death and sickness and all this stuff. It's just a game. The world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing this word in the four winds of the earth. Shalom to you, very few sisters out there as well. It's Brother Ariel coming at you with another lesson. And there's a lot of whistleblowers out here, man. You know, and now, you know, we don't know if it's going to happen next month. I mean, shit, we hope it do. We hope everything crash and, you know, chaos ensues and, you know, all these things happen, man, because it lets us know that we're that much more closer to the end, you know? So, Lord willing, that video that man was speaking of, or what that man was speaking of in the video, definitely happens next month, man. You know, we ready to get the hell up out of here, you know? But get some scriptures. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This is 2nd Ezra 15:5, and it says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." And those are the things that are definitely coming, man, that the brothers are warning people about constantly, man. You know, the breaking down of this society, man. You know, and it says, let's get 2nd Ezra 14-19. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able." Right? Talking about martial law. I played a video yesterday where a dude was talking about a soft martial law, but I never heard of a soft martial law. Either they, coming all in full force, or they not coming at all, man. A soft martial law sounds like a waste of time to me. And it says, "For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." Yeah. If everyone is out here, looting and looking for food, water, ways to survive, basic needs to survive out here, man. Yeah, people going to be doing all of this, man. And it could very well pop off next month, man. We could very well see, the beginning of the collapse. I mean, the true collapse of this place. You know what I'm saying? When they take away the dollar and no one has, any food, or any money or currency to buy what they need to survive, people are going to go into survival mode, man. And they're going to be out here wilding out. And it says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation," man. Yeah, that's coming too. And you'll be surprised who, you see many people out here and you be like, you could look at them and say, I don't think they got a gun. You'll be surprised who got guns stored up in their houses, man. Grandmothers, grandfathers, these young kids out here got guns. Everybody got guns, man. And they really about to be using them out here too to survive, man. It's going to get real bad out here. It's going to get real bad. Let's get 37, move down to 37. And it says, "And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth. And they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon him, or upon them." Salakia. Yeah, a lot of people are definitely going to be afraid out here because
it's going to be like something that's never been seen before. And a lot of these people are going to be caught off guard because they're too busy in mirth mode, man, out here partying and bullshitting and not paying attention to what's going on, man. You know, which is pretty much what the elites want in the first place, man. This is why they create all of these psyops and shit to, uh, put the attention on those things, man. So people are not paying attention to what's going on behind the scenes. So a lot of these people out here are going to be caught off guard. It says, I will send plagues, it's 49, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood and poverty and famine, sword and pestilence to waste thy houses with destruction and death, you know? So there's going to be a lot of people without places to live, man. You know, a lot of men dying, women dying, you know, famine, right? That's definitely something that's coming, man. The famine. I think it talks about it here. Yeah. And it says, thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. And it says, the city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. It says, they that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of children out here, you know, it's going to be dying of hunger, man. You know, a lot of babies are going to die. You know, a lot of toddlers, you know, and a lot of, children, 10, 11, 12, what have you, man. A lot of these children, are going to die, man, when, all the storehouses are empty, because you already know, like the dude said in the video, shit, he said after 3 days, there's not going to be anything in the stores. And that's very much believable, man, because a lot of people are going to be in panic mode, man. They're going to go out and get and rob and steal and do whatever they got to do to survive, man. Okay? Why? Because these people fear death, man, because they know that they're living in wickedness, man. You know? And that and that hell doctrine got them scared to death too, that fake ass hell doctrine, man. Let's get matter of fact, let's just stay on the famine real quick. We'll get 16 and 22, second Ezra 16 and 22. And it says it says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. But the scriptures say it's better to be destroyed by the sword than by the famine, man, because the sword is faster. Famine is a slow, agonizing, painful death, man. But a lot of people are going to die that way, man. Let's get second Ezra 6 and 18. I'm just gonna stay in the book of second Esdras. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and I will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness. And when the affliction of Sion shall be fulfilled, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices, and women with children shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, man. And that's coming, That's definitely coming. And it could be coming next month, man. I'm not just going to agree with him or believe what he said. I hope what he's saying is true, but we just got to wait and see. We got to be patient and wait and see, man, for these things to unfold, because we already know that it's coming. We just don't know when. So Lord willing, it does happen next month, and it says in the trumpet, shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. And whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world. And that's what we are waiting for, the end of this world, man, in the eon sense, you know, which is an age. And we are waiting for the end of this world, man, to bring in, you know, the new world that you know, rules in righteousness, man. You know, we waiting for that, man, because we surrounded by wickedness. All this bullshit that we seeing with this gay shit, this shit they got on Zeus now, the TV network Zeus is crazy. You know, with all these women, man. You know, up there, man, whatever, man. You know, all of this, you know, homo shit, you know, all of this shit, man. It's just straight wickedness, man. You know, we want to get the hell up out of here. Let's get 2nd Esdras 8. Let me get 50, you know, because, you know, people are dwelling in great pride out here. You know, they think they can't be touched. Ain't nothing going to happen to them, you know. And it says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that dwell in the latter time, shall dwell in the world. Let me read that again. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, man. You know, many great miseries, man. You know, people are going to have to resort to, you know, eating their own children. You know, there's nothing new under the sun, man. You know, what's that? Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, I believe, man. Nothing new under the sun. So the things that are done back then are going to come back on the earth, man. Okay, and that's part of those great miseries that's going to be done to them, man. Women going to be raped, children going to be kidnapped, men are going to be killed, tortured. You know, people going to be out here robbing each other, you know, burning down shit. It's going to get real. It's going to get real crazy out here, especially for us that live in inner cities. It's going to get real bad, man. You know, because, you know, Jake is just out here partying, smoking weed, drinking, not paying attention, you know. It's going to get bad, man. And it says, I'm going to start at 55, and therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. You know, because a lot of people are about to die out here, man. But when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, though thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous, and said in their heart that there is no power, yea, and that knowing they must die. For as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that men should come to naught, but they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. And therefore is my judgment now at hand, man. You know? So we about to see, you know, the Heavenly Father's judgment, man. We about to see, you know, his indignation, which is righteous anger. We're about to see that, man. We about to see the power of the Lord, man. Okay? And we about to see a lot of things that we never seen before, man. You know? Mass death, man. You know? I don't want to sound like a broken record during this lesson, but shit, that's what's coming, man. This is partly what, you know, we got to prepare our minds to see, man. We haven't seen nothing like this before, and it's about to pop off, and it could very well pop off next month, man. You know? It could very well, you know, pop off, man. And for those of us, I'm not going to say you, but for those of us that are not really spiritually prepared, it's going to bug the fuck out, man. You know? So Lord willing, you know, we're all prepared, man, for this that's coming, man. You know? Because it's coming. Let me get 2nd Esdras 9. I'll read 1 through 5. And it said, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, when I have told thee before, Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, man. You know, and we know we at the end, man. Okay, we know that we're at the end, man. We right at the finish line, man. You know, we're just waiting for that MOTB, Jacob's Trouble, you know, World War III, you know, and then, the coming of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, man, and the clouds, man, with the angels, you know. This is what we're waiting for, man, you know. So now, if all of this pops off, then that's pretty much going to be Jacob's Trouble, man. You know, Lord willing, that'll be Jacob's Trouble, you know, when chaos is ensuing all across the world, all across, Babylon, you know, yeah, that's going to be Jacob's Trouble, man, you know, and we're going to wait for this, this MOTB to come, you know, we're going to wait for World War III to pop off, you know, and we know in the midst of that, Yahweh Shai and the angels is coming, man. You know, this is what we're waiting for, but we definitely know that we're at the end because the end is definitely manifesting itself, you know. Let's get Second Ezra 16, 17, 18. I'll just end it there. 16, 17, and 18. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. And what shall I do when these evils shall come? Trust in the Lord. Pray to the Lord and trust in the Lord, man. You know, and have confidence that the Lord got your back, and he ain't gonna let nothing happen to you, man. Have that faith, man. You know, that's what, we all gonna do, man. We're gonna have faith in the Lord. We're gonna show the Lord that we have faith in him when these times come upon us, man. And these times very well can come next month, man. So we're just gonna wait and see what happens, man. Just be patient, man. You know, which is suffering, because we waiting to get the hell up out of here, but we gotta be patient and suffer until we don't have to suffer anymore, man. You know? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to say shalom to the next one.